Double check. Give Twitch a moment to catch up. There it goes. Looks like we're live. We'll check. Yep.
We're doing it live.
Shit's working. Yes, I know, phone. I know I've gone live. Thank you. Okay. It didn't go the way we thought it would. She surprised us. I mean, of course she did. Treachery was her entire way of life. She would have, we should have known better. But we stood fast. We overcame her deceit. We turned the tide. And before you knew it, it was over. She was gone. Abandoned by her people and sent to hell without warning or ceremony. We celebrated our relief and mourned our losses. In the coming days, the military campaign ends, and you are allowed freedom to return home with your forces at your leisure. Odenheim and Daka leave behind some forces to handle business in Tirfang in the absence of its empress. Trying to rebuild the damage and establish some amount of leadership in the city. The populace, given freedom for the first time in their lives, abandon the city, by and large. Not all, but most.
Mm-hmm.
Going forward, there will be discussions between the two kingdoms as to who will retain control of the territory. Between you and me, the discussions will go on ad nauseum until Tirfang learns how to be less of a shithole, or one of the greater powers realizes that there's nothing left worth owning. In either case, we are not likely to see that day before this story ends. Losses were minimal for your side. Your units will recover, including the Warclaw and the Lightning Jaw, who, at the behest of Tragsladag IX, are absolved of their betrayal on the battlefield, along with all Warforged in service. Speaking of the king and his son, the mood between them is different. Anyone could have told you their relationship has traditionally been more of a business transaction than anything resembling family. But almost as if absence has given them each some clarity. They both seem more mindful of themselves in each other's company. They are quiet where they would be brash, and they are considerate where they would be judgmental. What that all means for the future of the kingdom is still uncertain. And with your business in the desert concluded, unless you have anything you would like to do first.
Oh, I mean, I wanted to go talk to my friends immediately after the thing that just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Just,
What thing
checking.
is that, Cyrus?
Well, hang on. So shuffle over to whatever tent you're in, kick open the door, and I'm like, the car, I'm sorry. Is everybody else here? Where's everybody else?
Where is everyone? It's time for me to confess my sins.
Is this a party meeting situation?
Party meeting, I'm
Okay.
sorry, I'm
All right.
Sorry.
Narrative,
Guys, I'm down with the devil.
Narrative, and the party is all in the same tent.
Yeah, Cyrus, we're all in this tent together. We were playing dragon chess.
Oh.
Do you have something to say?
Who's winning?
I've been eating the pieces.
Nice.
Well, stop eating my chess pieces for the last time.
Wait, isn't the chess set that's like haunted or possessed by some invisible force?
No. I have a different one. One. We use mine.
Good. So you're not.
You could tell because of the bite marks.
So I was praying to Bahamut like I do, but then Asmodeus showed up for a little chat, like he do.
No. No. What?
They say
Asmodeus is back?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think he's always been around.
Some would say he never left.
Yeah.
That's pretty darn
Mostly,
auspicious.
mostly he just. I tried to ask him questions, but I was kind of mad at him and couldn't think very well, so I don't think I got any answers. But kind of sounded like this was kind of how he wanted it to go. Like he thought he was helping. This is how he wanted to help fight against Alabar. I guess was uniting the world or whatever with a war.
By subtracting a whole bunch of forces that could have joined us?
Yeah, I mean that seems pretty fucked up to me too.
I mean, I thought that he and the Empress were like besties or something.
She was his granddaughter, but I don't think he cares about anyone except if they're useful.
Devils love lying.
So
He's
why
also
was
like the king of lies.
did he tell you why he made you go through all of your stuff?
I asked him to stop messing with us, and he said he never messed with us, so maybe that was just a me thing, I don't know.
Brando's scratching his head at that.
Okay.
Oh, would he mind us going to hell and kicking his ass?
Oh,
I'll kick anybody's ass.
about that, he said he burned my contract some time ago, so
Wait, okay,
hooray!
Frog, shed off your clothes.
I mean,
What the hell does that
We
mean?
need to see. We need to make sure that tattoo is gone.
oh, okay.
Set clothes to no. Deactivate underwear.
Check mark or uncheck the checkbox.
My clothes are on sleep mode.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm a frog. There's
Just
there's
open your
nothing there.
Just open your inventory and double click on your armor, and it goes, and then it's
Yep.
gone.
All right, give me like 10 minutes to remove straps and stuff. All right. Is there still a tramp stamp on my back?
There's still a marking there.
What's the problem?
Brando
But-
examines it.
You have a suspicion that at this point it's just a marking.
Okay, roll
Well,
for this.
there's
Ethan.
like
That's just flesh.
Brando like do detect magic on it or something, because if it's just a scar, like that's fine, shit happens. But
All right, I will detect magic.
But,
5
like,
times.
scar
mean-
versus magic brand.
I know I just said he's like the king of lies, but I kind of do believe him on this.
Okay, detecting magic. I don't think I have it as a thing. Do I?
Yeah, you do, don't you?
I mean, if you have it
Come on,
prepared.
you're an artificer.
Oh, I could just okay. Yoink.
Not I do, so.
I meant like I'm not sure if I needed to even bring up this thing. Detect magic just detects magic.
Oh yeah, we know what detect
It's
magic
not
does.
identify.
Yeah.
So what did I just do? How do I undo it?
I don't. Oh,
What?
you
No,
did-
no, no, you're fine.
Well, you made it.
Oh,
Big
the
yellow
big,
thing.
that thing.
Oh,
One
Oh,
second.
don't worry about it.
Oh lord. Oh God, what'd you do?
I
Oh no!
double clicked.
I'm trying to. That must be measurement controls. Yep, there we
It
go.
must
Oh,
be.
there we go.
Hey,
We got it. We got
So,
there,
yeah,
folks.
Detecting magic.
There is nothing magical about the markings on his back. I don't know how much of this you would consciously know, Cyrus,
hmm.
or how much of this you could intuit just, by common sense, but if you were to ever have a contract with somebody like Asmodeus,
Mhm.
there may be a physical version of it somewhere, but more to the point, like whatever enforces something like that is way more metaphysical in nature. So any physical representation of it would be just that. It would be a representation of
Oh, so it's
of
not the
something
actual
more
thing.
nebulous. So no, the contract was not in fact branded on your back.
Okay.
But the brands were a representation of that.
they were
More
shorthand magic.
Right.
more of a ceremonial thing than anything else. But it did. You're sure that it's the kind of marking that would serve like a more practical purpose, in the same way that like a ritual circle might,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cyrus, if you kind of tilt your head, it kind of looks like a bunny.
Well, that's good to know about this
Yeah, you want-
permanent thing I have on my back. Maybe I'll get some cool tattoos over it.
Yeah, I mean, if you
Modify
did a tattoo of a bunny, it'd be really cool.
Yep. Paladin of the Bunnies, that's me.
God,
Totally
that's so
fine.
adorable.
Cyrus, back up though. If Asmodeus burned your contract, why was he talking to you? What was the point?
I told Bahamut that I wanted to try to contact Asmodeus to ask him some questions about Alabar. And then he just kind of stepped in, like mid-call. Which I was totally gonna ask you guys about first, but I had to check in with Bahamut first before I was did that, and then he just showed up.
Oh, okay. Compartmentalizing that for later.
He
Um,
the only story we know of anybody ever injuring that creature is from them. But I didn't get any answers, so it wasn't really worth anything.
but you
I mean,
said
was
that he was that this was what he wanted.
It seemed that way.
Did
I'm sure
did he say why?
I asked him why he wasn't helping us fight Alabar, because it would not help him also if all the people were gone. And in a roundabout way, it sounded like making making the armies of the world unite was his way of helping. So whether the Empress won or we won, he got his way either way.
Setting a precedence for coordination between two army units is actually very vital to its cohesive
Yeah, I hate
battle
it,
plan.
but
Zakar charges at he like stares at the chessboard that we were using like a second ago, and then just like swats everything off of it, just and just
You were winning.
It's like just swats it. It's just like and
Cast
swats
Mage
into
Hand
it.
and catch one. I cast Mage Hand and catch one of the pieces in midair.
nice.
And he just slumps into a chair.
He also said the reason he burned my contract long ago was because he didn't need it to control me because I'm predictable.
Well, I think if there's one thing that's said about all of us right now, it's that we're predictable.
Hmm
I lean over to Pemberley and I just go, "Gods are such messy bitches." SMG.
SMG. Just we're just sort of just being catty together.
Yeah, exactly. We're just being catty together about.
Anyways, I wanted to apologize, and also, in light of attempting to be more transparent, having failed your trust in previous instances, I'm sorry, but I guess I'm also sort of hopeful that hopefully this won't be a problem in the future.
Brando
Well-
smacked Cyrus again.
Ah!
The
You have nothing to apologize for. You wanted to help us.
You got your call intercepted in the middle of a prayer, and that's nothing to apologize for.
Yep.
King of Hell showing up out of nowhere isn't exactly the kind of thing we can really hold against you. But also, for what it's worth, it sounds like we have 2 more answers than we had an hour ago.
2?
There you go. Yeah.
Well, yeah, one, you don't have a contract with him
Oh yes.
anymore.
Mhm.
You're I wouldn't say you're in Asmodeus's good books, Cyrus, but apparently you're out of the bad books, so that's something.
Mm.
And again, according to your conversation, we have the reason of why Tierfang and the Empress wasn't actually way worse.
Like, we
Didn't.
would have been wiped out if that pit demon just kept on going at us.
Yeah.
We'd all be dead. I
Well,
can guarantee you that.
not even that, if the actual hells themselves opened up and brought forth their everything,
Mm-hmm.
but
It
that
could have
didn't
been so
happen.
much worse.
Yeah, it didn't happen. Because apparently Asmodeus just couldn't lose.
He also said, well, I asked him to free Drag the Ninth. I don't know why I thought he'd listen, but he didn't. But it sounds like he doesn't really have a plan for the Warforged. He just wants to keep uh His Highness just to have.
Issachar gestures to the chessboard again. Another piece on the field.
Yeah.
So we will have to beat his ass so he can leave Trag the Ninth alone.
Or something.
I'll smoke him. I don't even believe in gods.
If it can be suplexed, then it's not a real god.
I hate to have to be the downer here, because normally I would love to just dive into hell after Asmodeus, but can't get distracted by devil shenanigans and contracts.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
We already got distracted for the last, 2-3 months dealing
Yeah.
with bitch face McGee.
Mm-hmm.
We are, in fact, running out of time.
Mm.
Mm.
So
Other
what's the next
than
move?
Yeah. What should we do next?
I've got a crazy idea.
What's that?
All for crazy
Uh,
ideas.
Why don't we help our guys, those that have been helping us behind the scenes, rebuild what they had?
Do you
Little
mean
vague
the
there, Brando.
Do you mean the
Do you mean a
Gravecrawlers?
flying ship?
Yes.
That would be
And
cool.
I have a crazy way to do it.
I would really like to not walk places anymore. That is.
Otherwise, we can have us a private little airship, but it would be nice having our helpers to restock them, because they were a huge help to us, and it'd be nice to have them be able to help us again if needed.
It's true.
If we could move faster, also.
Mm-hmm.
Also
That's a
true.
mongoose too.
That sounds like a win and a win and a win you might have, Brando.
If you're building one, why not build two? One
Yeah,
for them, one for us.
that sounds like a good idea. We'll
They
get
could be sister ships.
Yeah.
It would be nice having our own airship too. Yes, let's do this then. Let us find our friends. Brando's really trying hard not to say anything out loud that might give them away.
I already
But,
said their name because I'm a dumbass. I'm sorry.
but yes, let us find them and let us get on this.
We should
Heh.
also talk to anybody we've missed on our world tour.
Well, Brando, the only problem with your plan that I can see is building that kind of project from scratch is going to take time. Time enough that it'll be ready for final showdown, shall we say?
Time and privacy. And I know how we can do that. Or I
Ugh.
know how we can hurry the process.
It's still
Brando's like rubbing his hands together, like,
okay. Well then, what is your timeline? Because we're down to 5, maybe 6 months.
I think with maybe more than 100 helpers, we can get these things built in probably a month's time. Probably 500 helpers, if needed.
How many employees do you have?
Brando's,
Mr. Moneybags.
oh, they don't know they're employees yet.
Oh,
That's illegal.
are you employing just like all of Bifrost and Odenheim?
Wait, say again?
Are you just going to employ the entirety of Bifrost and some of Odenheim?
Oh, I'm not saying that we're employing living subjects. In fact, they're still after us. But let's go to a place more private, I guess.
You're already in a
Okay.
tent.
Well, we are in a tent, but we're also in a densely packed, like fucking military camp.
Brando's like having everybody in a huddle. It's like, I always wanted to get Axelrod back. Like, or why am I calling him Axelrod? Axel back.
No, you actually got his name right.
Oh,
Yeah, his
okay.
full name is Axelrod.
For the first time in the history of this campaign, somebody didn't call him Optimus Prime.
But to do that, we need to go back to where we found Wild. So what if there was a way to control all the Modrons?
Isn't that slavery?
I mean, they're basically slaves to themselves on that plane.
Technically speaking, Tau 9585 did let me know that he was deactivated. He wasn't connected to the big brain. So apparently a lot of the other Modrons are pretty boring.
Like,
I mean, not a bad plan. Not a bad plan. I like that. My thought was maybe Warforge, but no, I like that one better. Who better to know how long an inch is than those little guys?
It would rule out the human imperfection. We could build perfect airships.
One shall be named the Mongoose 2. The other shall be named the Cobra.
I like that name.
And then the Mongoose and the Cobra.
So yes, we get our friends, and then we find a way to get there. We find our boot wizard, and then
wait, what happened to our boot wizard?
We get that in action.
By the way, Pemberley, we know a wizard who's a boot.
He's a boot.
I'm not even surprised at anything anymore.
Don't worry, it gets worse.
Yep. Welcome to our party now. This is daily life for us.
Well, thank you for letting me come along with you all. Really appreciate it.
Oh yeah, and if Brando has the crown back, he gives it to Pemberley.
Wow. The crown. Oh, the Empress's crown, yeah.
The Empress's crown.
Zakar actually has that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why would Brando have that?
Wasn't sure. Wasn't sure who had it.
Right. Just in case, whoever the hell had it.
Oh yeah.
Brando wants to give it to Pem.
If I recall correctly, Zakar already gave that back to her.
I believe so.
Oh, cool. Pemberley has the crown.
Yeah, no, that's just hers.
Oh my, thank you all so much. Oh my god, I'm kind of overwhelmed right now. Thank you. Thank you.
You could sell that for money.
Mm-hmm.
Or wear it.
Or wear it. You could become the new ruler here.
Well, I don't know about that one. They might not like that. But, I mean, you could definitely wear it.
Yes. Like, someday, hopefully, you find that answer of, what do you want to do?
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate Definitely.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can wear it yet, but if it really feels appropriate to wear it yet, but
Take your
I'll
time.
definitely keep it with me.
Doesn't need to be today. Give it time. But yes, that is my idea. Otherwise, does anybody else have any ideas on what they'd like to do?
Until another war breaks out, it's all politics from here.
I feel like we should talk to the drow, or at least check in on them.
I mean, the drow, the Kenku.
Yeah, we didn't never really actually talk to the Kenku. We just kind of snuck in and raided shit in the castle,
Mhm.
and then snuck out.
Well, that was besides the point. But their king does owe us quite the favor for our shenanigans. That, and we do need to regroup with Wilhelm in particular, because last we spoke to him, he was en route to the South Pole to talk to the fire giants on our behalf.
Oh yeah, the Red Lady.
Mhm.
We should.
So, Brando, I have concerns about your timeline. Because the airships will be invaluable, not arguing that,
Mhm.
and worth the time investment. But also, you're talking about working our way back to Mechanicus again, being able to recruit a small army of Modrons, and then actually setting to production.
Yes.
And if we can't do that, we're
Then
going to
at
lose
least
a
we could
massive
get. Oh,
no,
go
we're
ahead.
going to lose a massive amount of time. And then
Perhaps-
we're going to have to basically run across the continents to get to the kingdoms that we need to.
Because otherwise, at least we could get Axel Rod, and he would be valuable in the upcoming fight.
Oh, it's everything about your idea is potentially incredibly valuable.
Mhm.
I'm not dismissing that, but also it's not a small investment.
It isn't.
Zakar once again like slumps into his chair and is like, I don't know how to parse between the two.
I
I
hate
don't-
to suggest, but should we split the party?
I was just gonna. Yeah, we kind of just reunited, and that would suck. But also, it might make the most sense.
Yeah, because I'll need to get our friends together in order to do my plan.
We need speed.
Let's
Unless somebody else has a more pressing or better plan, I am all for that.
well, getting at the grave callers and Wilhelm can be priority one for right now. Since we need to get back towards home anyway, we're not
Mhm.
getting anything done here in the desert. So, if we have to split up, that's in the future, not today.
Mm.
For now, we can at least go home.
Let's go home.
I very much look forward to showing Nurse and everybody else how very, very nice. Yeah. Oh yes.
Are we going to
Yeah,
Forest or Black Man?
Wild.
Huh? I mean, it's okay if they could come, right?
Well, Wild, I was going to ask you about that. What is your family going to do from here on?
Well, back when we first got let go by Dhaka, we kind of like made our own town, but it was very small because it was like 8 of us, and that little place got pretty messed up by those Mechanus centaur thingies. I didn't. They. My normal house, I think, is exploded. So could I move to? Can I move to Odin? Can I to Bifrost?
Yes.
Hey!
You and all of your friends can join us in Bifrost.
Yeah.
And now, oh my god, this is going to be great. We're gonna build a new building. Don't worry, we got Beans. He can carry all the stones. We're gonna make it good.
Plus, we still have that threat that we haven't exactly taken care of.
Ah, yes, that was the other one.
Like it'd be okay to hunt him down, but that would be hard. I'm not even sure if he has a reason to hunt us down now.
He'll show
Oh,
up.
sorry.
him.
A
Oh,
different threat.
wow.
I was thinking of Threat Underground.
Oh, I wasn't. I was definitely thinking of Graves.
Yep.
Actually, that raises a good point, though, Cyrus. We need to chase that down too.
What's under?
We should probably ask Bifrost to let us know if he shows up again.
They know.
Because he was very close to our place as we were leaving it.
Hey,
That was Black Ram, though.
I've already talked
is
to
true.
one devil today. I have a spell called Sending. Should I just do you want me to just call Graves and see what he's up to?
No.
Okay. Thanks, actually, I would prefer not to do that.
As really funny as that would be. Yeah,
That
no.
is.
Hey, where
Give
are
a
you?
crank call like, hello?
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah,
hear me?
literally.
Can you
Yeah.
hear me? Can you hear me?
Wait a minute.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Hang up.
Yeah.
Cast sending. I'm gonna speak. Let me speak into it.
You do that 25 times.
Yeah. I just keep casting it. See, now we're thinking like goblins.
Oh, it's 25 words. 1, 2.
Then he would definitely hunt us down with a vengeance.
If he could find
Out of character, I really don't think he would. I honestly think he does not have that level of arbitrary, his ego is not made of fucking tinfoil.
yeah, you can't that easily goad Graves into something. As much as I would love it to be super duper easy like that, he's not the kind of guy who'd fall for that easy of a bait.
Mm.
It would be incredibly funny, but no, not today, Cyrus. Again, he'll show up whenever he intends to, and given that he doesn't have, a boss or a payroll anymore.
Follow-up question, because we know who he's hunting for. Should I check in on Gon?
Well, checking in on Gon Ketsuo would be more worthwhile between the two.
Mm-hmm.
But
Especially, I was gonna say, especially since Gon will probably respond.
I don't know. I don't think he would personally.
Fair. I was thinking, comparing the two.
Comparing the two, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But Gon hasn't exactly wanted anything to do with us, except the one other instance when we were useful to him.
We have like a 30% on Gon, but we have like a 0% on Graves.
That's fair.
Okay.
Well, that's an option.
So plan being, we go back home to Bifrost.
Mm-hmm.
We hang out for a little while. We start getting all of our eggs in the basket. And then, depending on how frisky we feel, we will decide further on, splitting up, staying together, getting the mongoose and cobra up versus, running around.
Mm-hmm.
Brando scratches his head. I forgot I was the mayor of Bifrost.
You,
I
yeah.
don't feel like it.
Well, we kind of recruited you as it just when, yeah.
I am an
Oh.
acting.
You could
I
just
am
lose.
a adventurous mayor.
Just
Only
lose the next election.
yes.
Just lose the
I'll
next.
lose it to Beans. Beans can be the next mayor.
Ah,
Beans
Mayor
is, Beans is
Beans.
very good. Beans is very good at civil planning.
Who would you want to vote for? This giant thing that can protect you, or this tiny little guy?
Who's constantly gone on adventures.
Hello, I make really good food and soups. It seems like this place needs a big old pot of gumbo.
Yeah.
Uh,
Vote for Gumbo.
Who loves gumbo?
Yeah!
Is this advertisement? This is
I
advertisement.
will only
You
vote
by
for
electric beans.
I will only support Bean's campaign for mayor against Brando if Gall is co or vice mayor.
What if the mayorship was won by some kind of cooking contest? Some kind of Iron Chef battle.
Well, then Beans would win every time. He's an iron, 80% iron.
It's true, I didn't say
Brando
Iron
would
Chef.
make concoctions that stun people. So it's like, here, drink this. And the contestants, or no, the judges drink it, or like, we can't move. You're disqualified.
Yes! You've given us bone hurting juice.
Bifrost has a lot of fun rules. A lot of fun arbitrary laws. To
They're
be
one of-
mayor,
Oh my
you
God.
must be a cook.
They're one of those towns.
Yep.
Become the idiot king for a day.
Mhm.
Well,
Oh
thankfully,
my
we
gosh,
don't have
two
that rule.
choices: dictatorship or cooking contest.
Yeah.
What the Seriously, I'm learning a lot from you all. Really.
This is what democracy is like. Welcome.
This is just what we do in peacetime.
Mm-hmm.
You see.
Hey, I also just wanted to ask, how's everybody doing? We've been through like a lot of traumatic stuff lately. Anybody want to do like a therapy share?
Brando scratching his head. The Empress showed me just how bad things could get, and we defeated her. So I'm pretty okay for now.
All right.
We don't have anybody that can constantly revive us whenever we die and put us to do things against their will. Brando scratching his head. I guess I'm doing that for the Modrons, but they're already controlled by something.
You we're having some pretty serious PTSD like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Even
Did you not hear my speech that I was giving while we were fighting the Empress?
No, it was a great speech.
I mean,
I-
it's like it. I
Like,
mean,
if-
there's different gradations between, being being fine, or there's a long way between, being fine and being a brainwashed slave for a entity of absolute evil. So I mean, it's okay not to be okay.
That's
I
true.
think is that Cyrus? Is that the right thing to say?
I think so. I mean,
Okay.
yeah. I think trauma takes a while to recover from in retrospect. But if anybody wants to talk about it, I'll get out my therapy spell.
even though Hammer died,
Oh.
I don't feel. Well, that's not right. I do feel sad, but I'm even more committed doing what needs to be done now.
That's good.
When I know I haven't talked much about my family, but Hammer really was kind of a. He had a good head on his shoulders, He's the one who talked me out of things. It was when Nurse said it was a bad idea, and then Hammer said it was a bad idea. Hey, it was a bad idea. Oh boy. But ever since Now that he's gone, I want to make him proud. I want to... A Wild kind of like looks down at the ground. I really want to keep everybody safe.
Hmm.
Brando
I tap
nods.
the back of his like I only go up to like probably mid thigh or mid calf, but I'd be like, hey, you already made him proud already.
Hmm.
If
And-
you'd like to tell us about your crew on our way back to Bifrost, feel free. Although
Maybe
I'm
we-
sure you want to catch up with them a lot too.
Maybe
Oh,
we
we
could make
could
a
do
statue
both.
for him. Like we
Which
did for
also
Vilmac.
makes me think, Chris, if you ever have free time, it would be fun to play a past segment where we're all the Warforged
That's
with
actually an
Wild
awesome
together.
idea.
Holy shit!
Oh,
Holy shit! If you
Little one
fuckers
shot.
want to be the Synectic 7 with me, that would be the fucking coolest thing ever.
yeah.
That
I'm
would be
down.
cool.
That'd be so
I would
fun.
have fun with that.
That'd be
Totally.
some baller shit.
I like it.
Like a hey man, holiday app. Holiday
yeah.
app. Just
Yeah.
keep it
Yes.
in mind.
Hmm.
They have to
Um,
save Santa.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say the true meaning.
S4NT4 Santa.
Oh no.
The Jolly Modron.
Yes.
I say ho 3.1415192 times. Ho ho ho.
Ho 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 ho.
Oh my god. Every 3.14 seconds he does a ho. Ho.
Yep.
Ho.
We
Oh.
call him the Hobot.
That's how we know if he's missing. We just follow the sound of the hose.
You can tell when he gets excited because the hose get faster.
And his footprint on his left foot is an H, and on his right foot is an O.
Oh no.
McKennis has way too much time on its hands. Way too much time on its hands. It just makes shit sometimes. Swear to God.
That's. I feel like that's pretty accurate, though.
Oh, this is great.
While I was staying with Town 9585, I did see on the crest of a horizon a Santa hat as wide as a city block.
We are going to bring so much fiber and have them make Christmas hats for all the Modrons. We're going to make them like Futurama slave elves.
No, he's legend.
I'm liking the ideas here.
Yeah.
As you could see, I can't do a dramatic scene without undercutting it with a laugh.
Hey man, if that ain't Dungeons and Dragons.
No, it's good.
But yeah, Wild just goes, yeah, oh yeah, no. I'm thinking maybe the new building that we build can be like general housing, and it could be maybe called Hammer's house.
Oh, I like that.
Right?
That's
Thank you.
perfect.
And then that way, you know, if somebody wants to come into town and they don't have a place to set up right away, you could go into Hammer's house. And then
Aw.
once you get established, you could go build your own if you wish.
Could we also make it the main civilian house? And then we have the MC Hammer house?
Oh no.
That sounds perfect, Brando.
Why
I
would-
don't know why I didn't think of that because it is a main community. It's
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Nurse will be there, so there's like a little nurse wing.
Mhm.
I will never forgive you for this, Todd.
Main
do.
community Hammer House.
on the sign it'll say Hammer's house, and then in a smaller wooden sign on the setting it'll say main community Hammer House,
Yeah.
and then with a big M, big C, small Ain, small Unity.
And if every time a guest comes in, you could ring a bell and it's hammer time.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh my god! This is so good. Oh my god! And we make the little bell a little hammer, and it's Hammer, and he's the bell.
Use the hammer to ring the bell.
Yes, you push on his arm and it raises the hammer up, and then you lower it down, and then you let it go, and it dings the bell.
I can invent that, or I mean, I can construct that.
Oh my god!
Give me like 3 days time to make that.
I just put up at the sky. He would have loved this. Would have loved it.
He would have.
But anyway, no. I definitely do intend to.
That's good.
I love Bifrost. It's too fun.
It's a good town.
Yeah, especially since we were the ones that founded it.
Wait a minute. I need one thing. I bolt up out of my chair. Guys, I need to find a draconic book for babies, for Cinnamon. This is the perfect place to do it.
I mean, do they have a lot of draconic speaking folks around here?
I have no idea, but this place is huge.
That's true. And the Empress seemed like she liked to hoard things, kind of like a dragon.
Oh, that's a good connection.
So maybe
Dragon-like
she had
things.
books. I don't know if she liked to read, but maybe there's books, a book hoard.
We could find her reading glasses.
Or perhaps a library.
Oh, yeah.
Pemberley, do they have libraries?
I mean, there was a library 7 years ago. I mean, I'm not sure if it got like demolished to be turned into like some sort of armory or shit, but yeah, it's over that way on Infernal Grove. Okay, wait. Slash it out, Wild Street. And then it's just like yeah, you just take a couple blocks that way, and she gives directions.
Oh, it's right on the Empress's Eyelashes Street?
Ah.
She's
that's right.
She's really narcissistic.
It's right parallel to the Empress's color palette. Yeah.
Wow.
Across the way from her Stompy Heel Street.
Yep. Old Gucci Street. My favorite.
So a trip to the library?
Yeah, hey DM.
To the library. I'll get my card.
Can we make a trip to the library?
I mean, you can do whatever you want. Right now, you're in the desert.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, did we totally
Oh,
left the
that's
town?
right. That's right. No. We're on our way out of town, right?
Ah.
I mean,
have we
look,
left town?
this conversation started when Cyrus burst into a tent, and that was like an hour ago.
You're right. You're right. No. So we still are in Tierfang.
Yeah, we're just camped
Yes.
outside of town.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Which, on that subject, Zakar whips out the Gravecaller book and is like, please report location of Agent W. Or no, W. Von Screamin'.
Ooh.
Me?
Oh, Wilhelm.
Oh!
I was gonna say if you two can't figure it out, I'm not saying anything.
Yeah.
I had to think of literally the only other person with a W.
With a
name.
W. Yeah.
That's part of why I added the Von Screamin'.
Agent Clan.
Mhm.
Thanks a lot. Yep. Where's the one-man band?
Making
I miss
edits
the
to
old
the book.
Discord icon that would show me like talking.
All right.
Right.
We got a pretty big list here.
I'm gonna get a draconic book for babies.
Oh yes.
Because I need to teach Cinnamon how to read.
Book. Draconic.
That's funny.
There's at least one.
That's funny.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean,
Yes,
I'm
there's
not really
multiple.
sure. Everything's like heavily. I mean, sure. I mean, granted, everything's really heavily censored in Fang, as you can imagine. So.
I mean, yeah. It's fine. He doesn't need to learn bad words.
Why? Like, I don't know. I think bad words are fucking great.
Okay, all of his bad words shall be bacon.
Bacon. He just says
Like-
bacon in different tones. They have different meanings. It's like Chinese.
Exactly. That's
It's
why
like
we have
it
to.
sounds like the same word, but if you say it at different tones, it means something totally different.
Like, I hate you bacony people.
Mm-hmm.
That would not be half bad. Although
It's
maybe
like a Smurf.
yeah. Oh, I love
Let's
that puppet
bacon
show.
do this.
That is true.
You're not giving me bacon? Well, you can bacon off.
Yep.
I am for this.
Mm-hmm.
Is there? I mean, there are dragonborn in the world. Is there a
Oh,
dragonborn town?
We
DM?
know a dragonborn.
We know a
Yeah.
couple. Yeah.
The short answer,
Ew.
no, there isn't.
But there must be a population of them somewhere. I know we haven't established one.
I think they might be diasporic like humans.
Yes.
They're just kind of sprinkled everywhere. All right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when we go on our
we created every like major civilization on this map ourselves by hand.
yeah. I mean,
The
there could be like a
closest thing
tiny
we have-
village.
Oh. Go ahead.
No, that's okay.
I am all for solidifying Bifrost into being the freak town. Where are you a race that's not represented? Probably you could be from Bifrost though. You could be from Bifrost. That makes sense.
And
Like, oh, you're a Dragonborn. Have you been to Bifrost? Oh, you're a Warforged. Have you been to Bifrost?
yeah.
We got those.
All right, we got this. Listen, all I really need the baby book for is just to make sure that Cinnamon doesn't end up being like some kind of weird aminal. Like, he's like a little guy. I just love him so much. He's just like a little guy.
Well, what if we every time we go to a town, we'll check the library there and see if there's books. There's got to be a book somewhere. We're going to Bifrost. I'd like to at some point, stop into Glenn's Landing and say hi to my family when there's time. We're gonna go to Kenkoville. Skra? I forget how to say it. It's hard. I'm not very good at speaking Kenku.
Close enough.
3.
And yeah.
Sure.
And surely Odenheim's got a pretty big library.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
We'll find a book.
We'll find some books.
Skyfire Labs has a library, but it's more on like physical stuff rather than magical stuff.
Mm.
That's fair. I also don't know how to read Draconic, so I'm hoping this book serves a little bit of double duty.
Maybe we could ask Arzan if he knows how to speak Draconic.
Oh, yeah. We got plenty of people. Cinnamon will read.
Mm-hmm.
And
We could get books on lots of languages, then Cinnamon will be an omniglot. They say that kids pick up languages a lot better than adults, so maybe we just throw a bunch of different languages at them.
My God, Cyrus, you're right. I have all this stupid gold, and I don't want it, and I don't have any use for it. It's brilliant. We should subsidize the education of the youth.
I think that's really cool. You could start a school.
Yeah.
What What you just see Wild's eyes get like wide, like, oh my god, I can't teach kids. Oh, but I want to. This is confusing.
And who's saying you can't? I don't know. I think you're pretty good. You're pretty good with people, so I don't know. Kids are just little people, you know?
Exactly. They're just short people.
Whoa. Wow, there's a lot to think about now.
Hey, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Before we move out and your previous monologue really goes into full effect,
Mm-hmm.
Zakar is going to arrange a recruitment / relocation drive
Okay.
for any willing participants in Tierfang.
Oh,
Oh my god, yeah. Come on over to Bifrost or Black Ram.
Well, legally, Zakar can only advertise for
Black Ram.
Black Ram.
Hey man, I get it.
I mean, if we're passing through Fairbrook and then Bifrost and then eventually Black Ram, like they could stop off along the way. We could do a tour.
They absolutely can. But also, this is part of Zakar's scheme to actually build out Black Ram into being more than
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
a fucking hamlet.
That's
Mhm.
fair.
Because it's worth mentioning that Black Ram and Bifrost have roughly the same populations.
Yes.
Fair enough.
And one of these places, I agree. I agree. This is a good plan. Plus, Black Ram has the space for it, you know?
It's true.
It has the space for hundreds and hundreds of people. Bifrost, we could, 2025. It's pretty cool.
I would sooner let your Warforged have Bifrost.
Mm.
Give the rest to me.
Mm-hmm.
Wild just goes, no argument here.
That's a cool idea. I like it.
As long as they have somewhere to go.
Oh, yeah,
Hey.
Pemberley, have you ever been to Black Ram? It is very nice.
No, she
No,
hasn't.
Whoa.
no,
It's-
I really haven't. No.
All right, so
Alright.
you see how all of this is brown and red and sandy? It's not like that at all. It's not like that at all. It's all green and a different shade of green and like another different shade of green. Like,
Are you saying it's like all monochromatic and shit?
what? No. There's like water and dirt and
I mean, she lived in a jungle for 7 years.
trees.
Yeah, I lived
Oh,
in
yeah,
it.
that's-
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, it looks like Glenn's Landing, but like Fairbrook. It looks
But
like
not a
Fairbrook,
swamp.
but not a swamp. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
Less
could
water.
step places in it, not be squishy.
Less mosquitoes.
Mm-hmm.
that would be a relief. Oh my gosh, having to use Mage Hand to swat those mosquitoes really sucks.
Are you gonna be okay leaving this place?
Honestly, I haven't I haven't been here. I haven't been here in 7 years, so it really doesn't really feel like home.
Okay.
Well, would you
So
like
kinda
to
weird.
explore it? Oh, go ahead.
I just said it's actually kind of weird. Truth to be told.
Otherwise, if you want to stay for a little bit, take care of some unfinished business. I don't mind waiting around.
Mm-hmm.
If you have anything that you need to carry, I will happily carry it.
Well, I mean, you already have the portable ram, so I mean,
That's right. We can get in anywhere with this.
I entrusted in your care. I mean, honestly, I think anything that would kept me here kind of up and ran. So I don't think that. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I mean, I think uh, um, your lordship is doing the best thing right now, trying to relocate everyone. So yeah, thank you, Z.
No problem.
I'm sorry.
I dig
So,
it.
yeah.
I dig it.
So yeah, I guess whenever we're ready to head out, we'll head home. Or are we looking for the library first?
I think we're technically outside the town. If we want to go back inside the town,
Yeah, yeah. If I'm not mistaken, it's fine. We'll hit by some other places while we have to go other places anyway.
oh wait, hold on, I had a checklist. A trauma checklist. Hey, Zakar, you died again. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, Zakai, you died. Want to talk about it?
Wow, like you really do have like a little checklist.
I do.
That's smart. Hey, that's a good idea.
We haven't touched base in a while. I read a self-help book that said it's like good to like share with people.
Yeah, did she hit you back in your body like she did me? She just kind of like shoved me back in.
Oh yeah, did you actually see the Raven Queen like on the other side?
I seen like a black hand,
That sounds unpleasant.
and then then I heard like a.
Are you going to weigh in on this? Because we have not discussed this out of character.
Oh, are you looking at the sheet right now? I was just here doing logistical work, but I'm also making assumptions about the future. But no, we can have that discussion when it comes up.
That doesn't answer the question, DM.
What did how do he get back in his body? How was the Raven Queen doing while she put him in there?
Yeah.
Did they have any death side talk?
What he would have seen during his death, his tenure in death. I would say it was too short-lived to have established any such connection.
Okay. Also rather brief, like with mine.
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, you guys have been in and out of death a couple times now. Sometimes it's longer than other times. Usually, if it's like if it's a minute or something, you're fine. If it's within the bounds of the revivify spell, you probably didn't touch death long enough to talk to it.
Yeah, are you really
Gotcha.
dead? If
Gotcha.
it's within 60 seconds,
Yeah.
are you?
I guess that's fair. Brando,
Your
you're
brain
the only
hasn't
one.
stopped.
I was like, yeah, legally, no.
It takes
Brando,
about
I
5
think
minutes. Yeah.
you're the only one who stayed dead long enough to maybe see anything. Did you see anything when you were dead? That one time?
Oh,
Wait,
that
me?
is not true. Because Zakar Hardline died long ago and far away.
Oh, that's true, because it was a couple days before we could bring you back.
I don't know about a couple days, but at least like 12 hours. Because if I remember correctly, Vilmac basically picked up his corpse and just like ran to the nearest temple. Yeah, but it's me and Brandu who actually had to have resurrection casted on us, I think, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Chris
Brando
actually
died. Oh, go ahead.
No, say Chris actually clipped when whatever your death scene. Todd.
Yep.
Oh, that's good.
It was cool.
Yeah, from the airship, and Brando was just embedded with like a porcupine with glass.
Mm-hmm.
But
It was
you
a
saw
very
some stuff.
gruesome scene.
You saw some weird shit.
You saw some stuff in the afterlife. And I have theories about it, but I can't talk about it because no one else has watched it yet.
The follow the mongoose is such.
That was the scene.
That's the movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's the movie. Fuck. Needless to say,
Anne, do you want me to actually answer your question? Because we got way far afield.
Oh, yes, please.
Not to cut everyone off. Anyway. Zakar kind of sort of doesn't acknowledge your question, but you don't think he's ignoring you. Just it takes a few seconds, and he slowly makes a fist as he's just slumped in his chair per usual. And he doesn't like fully turn his head towards you, but like a little bit to know that like, okay, this is the answer to your question.
Mm-hmm.
And he replies, "Gods aren't enough for this one."
What do you mean? For Alabar?
He nods.
Hey man, it's a good thing that we're not gods then. It's great. If they can't beat them, then if we were gods, we'd be shit out of luck.
And we do some pretty cool things too. Mortals can perform miracles of their own.
Gods aren't real.
They're totally real. Wild, I just talked it. Never mind.
They land on power lines to charge.
What is the power line?
They're not real, dude. They're not real.
Holy
Wild,
shit.
who brought you back?
I mean, yes, are there very powerful magicians? Yes. Yes, there are very powerful magicians. I'll give them that. However, there are no gods.
I feel like you'd hurt Bahamut's feelings if you told him that.
I don't know enough about him, but I'm
What
sure if I gave him a hug and tell him he's perfectly fine the way he is, and that he doesn't need everybody's approval, you know, it's okay. I bet he'd be fine.
That's a therapy session for another day, I think.
Asmodeus would probably be really mad that I told him that.
Yeah.
He probably very much thinks there is gods.
He might smote you.
He probably counts himself amongst them.
Yeah.
I could kick his. I mean, not now, but like, I could kick his. We could kick his. I'm just saying. If we really put our mind to it, I have a lot of faith in us. Is what I'm saying. Alabar, right? Alabar's gonna be tough. Don't get me wrong. Wild like stands up and he kind of like gives like some shadow box punches, but hey, there was a point in time where we thought if we seen graves, we were dead. There was a point in time where if we went back into Tearfang, we'd be dead.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we? Who have we seen? Who have we bested?
I mean, we did die.
Several
Several of us did die. That was a thing that happened. But we came back.
We got better.
Because we're stubborn?
I mean, I like to think so. Yeah. Lyle just kind of looks around, and he's just like, "Not for real, though. We're all kind of stubborn."
DM's note: you're all extremely stubborn.
Uh-huh.
No, well, I mean, stubborn can be a good thing.
Exactly.
I believe in us. We can do it.
Yes.
I do too, Cyrus.
Are you gonna be okay, Zakar?
More power, more stubborn. And let's go get some refugees.
All right.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Works for me.
When we do that, I cast disguise self to appear as a gnome.
Okay.
Do you
I don't
warn
want
us?
to. Yeah, I definitely
Okay.
wouldn't all, but just be like, I don't want to. I don't want to stir up anything.
Yeah, let's not run into old so and so's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I would. So, so what's the play here? How would you? What's the move?
I think we're moving to a library.
Uh,
yeah.
Oh no!
If I'm not
No! Sorry. Refugees. Refugees. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, refugees is going to be our first thing. What is it? Then, yeah. If we have any time in Tierfang, we swing by the library, look for anything in Draconic, and then I'm going to throw some gold at these librarians and leave.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think our next goal is literally Bifrost.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a quick swing by Glenn's Landing.
I can. I mean, we don't have to on the way.
I mean,
We want to get home. I can take a side trip on my own.
I know, but I mean,
Also, not gonna lie, my parents are humble folks. They will probably super freak out if we all show up with like armies and stuff at their door. They make hats.
Oh yeah,
They're
that's
not.
right.
They're humble folk,
Yeah, we don't want to freak him out.
and they also don't know what's going on because I haven't told them.
Oh boy, Cyrus.
Well,
Yeah.
that's kind of when I want to go home and talk to them about it. But that's kind of like a. I don't think we need everybody here for that.
Brando tilts his head at Cyrus.
What?
Wait, you wanted me to tell, or no? I guess this was an out of character thing. It's like you want me to tell my mom that my dad's alive, but you won't
No,
tell your parents.
that is very much in character. Cyrus very much wants you to get your parents back together. Look, I've been avoiding it, but I'm gonna go do it, alright? And you should still do that. We're gonna
Okay.
defeat Alabar, but in case we don't, she deserves to know, right?
That's up to my dad. If there's a reason that he needs to, or that she shouldn't need to know, then we'll leave it at that. But I am not getting my dad a slice of her pie again.
Good, alright, good.
I think it was a custard pie. He really liked him. I had to sneak in there and get him for him.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. That's understandable. Beans made this really great soup. Oh man. He
Well,
called it chili. He called it chili because it was really hot.
He's such a kidder.
He's ironic.
I like it. Yeah, we can put him to occupation with our one of our orc cook boys whose name I forgot.
The Liard boys. Let's go.
Liard boys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Premier
I-
bacon chef.
I like this. I like the sound of that. Oh, we have to. we gotta figure out what's the fanciest way to say bacon chef. Is it orcish bacon chef, or is it dwarvish bacon chef, or is it, elvish bacon chef? And then that's the That's the name that we call him. You know, it's like sous chef.
Yep.
Or was it Bestraturo?
Yeah, yes.
I'm the baconier.
Charcuterie.
Bacon plus chef equals Bachon.
Yeah, Bachon.
Bishop.
It's spelled the
C'est
same.
bon.
It's spelled the same. There's just an apostrophe at the end.
Yeah, there's an apostrophe after the first C, but
Yeah,
but
accent.
before the second C. Yes.
Done.
Yeah, there we
That's
go.
it,
Done.
right? That's
Done. That's it. That's
Bachon.
perfect. Bachon.
Yes.
And yeah, you know, we'll have the head chef is Beans, the Bachon is
Go.
Gall, the lard boys. Man, that sounds like that we need to do some kind of like cooking that's in public. For like
Maybe we could.
an Iron Chef tournament. Yeah, I like that thing that you said. Yeah.
The chef will actually be made of iron.
No, that'll be the fun part. It'll be the iron will refer to your cooking pan.
Oh.
That's what. Yes.
We did
Yes.
have. We did in Bifrost. We set up like an arena for a regular fighting tournament, but it would be cool to have other events that are not combat related.
A weekly cooking event.
My favorite part is that we have a lot of plans for after the apocalypse.
We do.
We should start a cart lifting competition,
Oh, yes.
like a strongman competition. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would. I think Cyrus is onto something.
I'll compete.
Yeah.
Anyways, recruiting people, right?
My apologies. I'd completely forgotten.
So
It's been a while since you
describe
played.
that to me.
I think Zakar is currently muted.
He is
Oh, is he?
indeed.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I am. Well, again, I'm sick and blowing my nose and shit.
Yeah, that's fine.
No worries. You do have a cold.
Yep.
Bless you.
That and y'all were going off.
Sorry.
Hell yeah, we were.
Yeah, how does it go? Let's see. Where is tab that I? Which is to say, Black Ram tab, which is my favorite. Let's see. Grab Arcade, grab Mazak, grab Ragon, and well, we'll go into the initial areas of Tierfang. Start shouting about an announcement for any and all refugees. And make a proclamation that any and all residents of Tierfang who are interested in escaping their turmoil and destitution here in the desert are officially invited to the lands under the Baron of Blackram within the Kingdom of Dhaka, where they can be, generally speaking, free from oppression and can be accommodated and build new lives within the barony thereof, which, by the way, is very temperate. It's a wonderful vacation zone. But to be packed and ready to depart in 24 hours or 48 hours, a day or two.
Okay.
First caravan is in 24 hours. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
On the way, I sort of like walk in step with as a car. I'm like, yeah, hey, Baron Z. I'm putting a lot of faith in you. These people, they don't know anything better than to be under the heel of somebody else. I'm hoping, and your king, not to be uncharitable, but he's a grade A asshole.
Goblin, sweetie, we killed him once. You don't gotta
Twice.
tell me.
2 times.
I'm not counting Wild. That was not the 5 pints.
yeah. That was unofficial.
Not in an official group capacity. That's different.
Listen,
I mean,
we take
that
that.
was the first time.
No. We take that notch on the Synectic 7. The Synectic 7 take that kill.
Yeah, exactly.
Was,
no, they want that credit.
That was not a 5 pints sanctioned assassination attempt.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, neither was.
Yes,
Cyrus.
it was.
All right.
Yeah. No, it was. It
Okay.
was.
For tax
It was-
reasons.
Yeah, it was way more on purpose.
All right, fair enough.
It was absolutely a prudent decision in the moment, and therefore we can assign group blame.
Okay.
That said, I mean, are your local leaders of the same ilk? I'm just worried that all the stories we've been told about how goblins are treated, and I'm worried that there might be some truth in that, and I don't want to lead these people into some sort of to a situation that's the same or worse. Do I have any assurance that that's not gonna be the case?
I can't particularly give you any assurance that isn't just counterbearing lip service to the tales that you're told. If you want to be the one to lead these people, wherever that may be, well, that's on you, little goblin. They don't have to come to Blackram. They can go wherever they choose, and there's a lot of land between here and there. But the tales of goblin extermination, to my knowledge, are thoroughly false. I personally think the Orc kingdoms would be more inclined to harbor goblins and kobolds and such, more so than the dwarves. Definitely more than the drow or the kenku. I don't think the Shatterkai would notice them, but also, yeah, don't go to Serban.
Really noted.
I mean, hell, there's no reason they even have to stay on land in the first place. Could build a city on the waves like the changelings.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
All I know is that I want to build up Blackram. These people need a place where they can actually build houses, start farms, grow businesses, and actually thrive. And in the meantime, I have enough gold to feed them.
That's awfully charitable. Much appreciated.
Now they're going to be doing me their own individual favors as well. Not out of extortion, mind you, but lordship does have its benefits. They will be my citizenry.
Assholes.
Somebody still has to pay taxes.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's fair enough. I mean, as long as they aren't being exploited or anything. I mean, and who am I? Who am I to fucking make a decision? I mean, I haven't even been in this fucking town for 7 years. So, I mean, yeah.
Having been, again, to recount, having been a guest of your empress on occasion before, by comparison, these folks here, they ain't got nothing to worry about.
Okay. I'm gonna take your word on it, big guy.
You'll see
You don't
soon
steer us
enough.
wrong.
You'll see soon enough.
We'll do, one way or the other.
Besides, you killed a literal queen of devils. You really think that the people who marched with you to do that are in fact going to be so much worse?
That's true, but the devil you know, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Well, okay. Again, really appreciate you going to bat for them. And to just let them on their own and let them defend for themselves. And so, thanks.
It's your same paranoias and concerns is why I do this, Pemberley.
Really?
Imperfect hands, but they're our own.
Like that. Oh,
Besides, if they don't like Black Ram, they can stop over in Bifrost, which, as you just found out about an hour ago, is technically mayored by Short Squat there.
Yep. Hey.
hey man,
And
short
if-
squat.
We decided to follow you guys. We decided to follow you guys down because you were taking. We noticed you guys left.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. And if they don't like Bifrost or Odenheim, they can go to Watchets, because yeah, the lord of the town of Watchets was also a member of the Five Pints at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And lots of food. Lots
And
and lots of food.
that's true. Dhaka does have the best food in all the kingdoms, bar none.
Wow. Well, sounds. I mean, oh my gosh, you. It kind of baffles me how you all this power is just concentrated both magically, martially, politically, or just all concentrated in one tiny group. Still diffused among, but still, I don't know. None of you really seem to, I don't know, embody the sort of arrogance that goes with it.
Yeah, that's why the leadership kind of sort of hates us, because one way or another, we just stumbled ass over tea kettle into all of this.
At one time or another, we were all at the bottom.
Really.
Mm-hmm.
You know my crazy idea? That's how it's like daily for us. So yes, we need to be at the center of all this stuff or be involved in all this stuff in order to survive and keep doing crazy things. It's never a boring day.
So, Zakar, you're going to go make this proclamation to anybody who will listen. I would like...
And be like, hey, minions, vassals, go repeat what I just said to some extra corners.
Okay.
Yeah, Mazak and Mizoga.
I'm going to say I would like you to make a persuasion check. And if you're enlisting help, I'll let you make it with advantage.
Yeah, okay.
Get that advantage on.
Somebody's got to roll dice tonight.
Somebody does, yeah.
Our hands will fall off.
Ooh.
Okay. Well, 19 is
19?
real good.
Okay.
Not bad.
Give me one moment.
Oh man, I am looking forward to having beans cooking. We're gonna be on the trail, so that means cornbread and chili.
I didn't think you liked to eat.
Well, I mean, it really depends.
Because you don't have to eat. You just like the flavor?
And the texture.
Mm.
Yeah. Beans mostly cooked for all of the orc troops. That was really his thing. But it would be few and far between when they could actually finish everything that he made for them. They would walk away stuff, but there would be more.
Okay.
Now,
Use these huge pots.
Nice.
beans like I mean, sorry, pardon my ignorance, but is cooking one of Bean's like main functions, or is it just something he likes to do?
I look over at Beans as he's like making s'mores. I think it's both. Because they definitely, when they made us, I mean, I think we all came out a little special. Well,
I agree.
I guess different.
I can tell you the cooking was definitely not taught to Beans.
Yeah, the cooking is innate. Whether that means that they built him that way, or that, he just... It's the same with Nurse. You're very good at repairing. Very natural.
I can see that.
Yeah, check it out. My arm doesn't squeak anymore, and it's perfect hinge motion.
Mm-hmm.
Silent like the night.
All right, so Zakar, okay, you rolled a 19 on that persuasion check. 19 is the number of d8s I would like you to roll.
19 D8?
Yep.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay. All right.
This is how many minds are swayed.
Okay, no, that's absolutely fine. Also, get ready for Foundry to crash.
Yeah, it may or may not. Okay, it showed us.
Yeah, hey!
That's probably about 19. Yeah. All right. In the next day or two, you will definitely have drawn the attention of up to 95 Tierfang natives who are eager to hear about this Blackstone place you talked about.
Okay, cool.
Beauty. All right. Sorry. I was just thinking. I was just like, oh, is there anything else that we need?
I definitely think we should, in fact, kick the libraries open and tear them up, and also possibly, maybe the treasury if no one's looking.
Sure, I'm for that.
I mean,
Library and
that's
treasury.
look. Hey! When you're on the winning side, this is what you get to do. We're not raping and pillaging.
These people will probably need that money to start new lives.
Yeah, and that's why we need to raid the treasury, because
Ow.
we're the ones relocating them
All right.
and paying for their food to get to Blackram.
As long as
We can give them the money out of the treasury by our hand. This is
Okay.
perfect.
we
That
gotta
and they don't
leave
they
some
don't
people
need the
stay
magic
behind too.
items. They don't need the magic items.
All right.
So the treasury is probably under guard at this point.
Yeah,
some
no,
dwarves and orcs.
Oh yeah, they had to have rolled in and been like, okay, we're gonna watch this part.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What if we go speak to the king's Dakas? King Blacks, blah blah. Darn it, not Black Lad. Darn it, Wild.
Draxor Blacks.
No, Traxodad. I know his name.
King Troglodyte the 27th.
No.
The
Why
King's
does everyone get
Trags.
it wrong?
They seem willing to listen to our requests on occasion.
Maybe. That's definitely how procedure works. But also, we don't need to justify procedure to minions anymore.
Oh, okay. Are they our minions?
I mean, like what? Do you tell them that are you just gonna tell them that you're the Lord of Blackram and you want to get in the treasury?
And that a review is required? Yes.
Wild just kind of looks back. I mean, I think we could make it work.
Such an action would not go unnoticed.
I'm not saying it would.
Okay.
A lot of armies are out there.
I'll follow that up by saying Traxladag would inform you that if it's money you're after, then don't worry about it, because that part's coming.
No, definitely not worried about that.
Okay.
I mean, Zakar already has like thousands of gold and hundreds of platinum.
I see. You're looking for the good shit.
Pretty much just only the good shit.
Roll on that magic item table, you son of a bitch.
I was just saying.
Roll on that magic item table.
It's been a long time since we've done that old yarn. Hang on one second. I'm gonna go get my DMG. We'll do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the out of character context, I mean, we literally just finished having this conversation about more stubborn, more power. So I mean, like,
more power.
So I mean, like, come on now, like.
All right. Okay.
And this is one of the rare instances where it does occur to Zakar, like, oh right, status has meaning. and the conquering army gets to do anything.
So we're just gonna go for a little bit of spoils, and we're not gonna burn the village down.
No, in fact,
everybody wins.
In fact, we're going to do.
We are going to rebuild.
No, we're gonna do the very kind and generous Roman thing to do. No, you're Romans now.
Welcome, citizen.
Yeah. All right. So
Sorry for the unpleasantness.
no, we're good.
That and actually, yeah, that is a good point, Todd. Of like, and maybe pocket an extra diamond or 5 if we find them.
Yep.
Oh,
all
It
right.
would be nice.
So
We'll
we are
need 'em.
level 15.
15.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. We're a couple levels short of the highest treasure hoard table. Who wants to lead the roll on this? Because there is some dice rolls involved.
Can we?
Who wants? To, let's put it like this: who is actively going to go searching and plundering with Zakar?
I think it should either be a Brando or a Pem.
Yeah, Brando. We need diamonds.
I mean, that's just personal opinion. I think it's one easier. Guys.
Okay. Part of the roll is money. Part of it is magic items. So on the money roll, I'll just say you get one of your diamonds for every 1,000 gold worth of stuff you manage to roll. Might be 0, might be mini. We'll see.
No, that's valid.
So we'll start with Zakar. I'll have you roll the first and maybe most important roll, which is a percentile. That's a D100. I think you can actually use a percent sign on that, like D%. Never tried it.
Okay.
I know in some dice rollers that works.
Makes sense.
But it's functionally the same thing.
So just D100?
Yep.
Okay.
Go, baby.
18.
18. Okay. Not amazing, but all right. All right. So who wants to roll next?
I will.
Okay. Roll 2d4. This is for the money. Actually, no. This is for
the other way around.
Other stuff. Other valuables.
Nice. A solid 4.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right down the middle.
Yeah. Okay. So you rolled exactly $1,000 worth of exactly 1,000 gold worth of art objects. So I would call that one diamond.
1 diamond.
Mhm.
All right, adding that to my inventory.
Ah, man, no wonder we can only find 1. Look at all these diamonds that she cracked.
Mhm.
God, what a weirdo.
And I'm gonna need somebody to roll another D4.
Oh, Pam, you want to do the other D4?
We're on magic items now. I need a D4 and a D6 from somebody.
All right,
So
a 3 from Pam and then a D6.
Mhm.
Yeah. Who get that D6?
Oh,
I'll go for it. Nobody else.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Oof.
You guys can just round robin that shit. Okay.
Boom!
Oh, that's real
5.
All right.
nice.
Wait,
That's-
why is it not showing me the dice? Okay.
Oh, it showed me your dice.
It
Yeah,
showed.
I saw it.
I showed. I saw the
I'm not
party.
seeing my
Mhm.
own dice. So
It was all
Yeah.
technically.
Well, I promise it was cool. The replay saw it. It'll be great. All right. So that's 3 rolls on table A and 5 rolls on table B.
Oh,
That's real good. Okay. So each of these rolls is a D100. I'm gonna need 3 for table A. Just 3 percentile rolls.
can I roll this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay.
Sorry, I was trying to fix the thing. What did I get?
Oh, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, it won't. Here, let me do one.
Yeah, do one at a time.
There we go. Here's 1%.
Okay, 56. Okay.
27.
27.
82.
82. Okay. That is, respectively, a spell scroll of a cantrip,
Nice.
a potion of healing,
Okay.
and a spell scroll of first level.
Not
I
bad.
will have to figure out what the hell those spells are.
Also, sorry, what did I get on my roll? of
Rebarbs.
5?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, you got a 5 on your
Yes.
D6.
Which now is the next one.
Yeah.
Oh,
We need to write these down somewhere, so I'm going to put them in Discord.
Yeah.
Potion of healing.
And since you guys got 5, if you wanted to, you could split those up and have Cyrus roll 1,
Yes.
Zakar roll 1, you roll 1, and Pem roll 1, and then you roll another.
Yeah, you know what? There's 5 of you. Everybody roll a D100.
Boom, 74. Boom, 72. 56, not bad. 74, again, beautiful. And then 8.
So we got 2 74s.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, somebody's got to re-roll that one.
All right,
I'll go again.
all right.
Unless you want 2 of them.
Oh,
I mean,
I'll let you decide.
what is it?
Well, that's the fun. It's like, do you want it? But what's behind door number 2?
Fuck.
No, I
I'll
think we should.
chances with the 74 twice.
Oh my god, are you sure? I'm down with it. I'm down with it. That's funny.
Let's find out what we get.
You want 2 of it?
Yep.
Okay.
Are you-
Okay. All right. We'll play it where
Okay.
it lies.
Yeah.
Let's start with the lowest numbers because those are the least interesting
8.
things. 8 is a potion of greater healing.
Hey, I'm gonna need that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna want these.
All right. Next one was a 56.
Mm-hmm.
That is a spell scroll of a 2nd level spell.
Nice.
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 Okay. And then we got 72 and 2 74s, right?
Yeah.
All right. The 72 is an oil of slipperiness,
I'll take that.
and the 2 74s are each a dust of disappearance.
Ooh, invisibility.
I would say you made. I mean, we don't know what the roll would have been. We don't
Yeah,
know
but-
if it would have been better, but dust of disappearance is a good one.
Mhm.
Having 2 of those feels like the correct decision.
Yep.
Mhm.
Otherwise, let me roll and this won't count.
Do you want to do that to yourself?
Yeah. Do you really want the hypothetical?
Yeah.
You could have had it. You could have had the set. You could have had the soup or the salad, and then you're gonna always be just like, damn,
Yeah,
dude, I could have got this.
never
Could have
mind,
got the soup.
Yep. Play it where it lies.
We do it live. This was just a random thing that I thought of to do this session like 20 minutes ago.
If you're gonna call upon the dice, you gotta respect the result.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
As far as the session being like, as planned goes,
Mhm.
we were going to get none of this.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, this is better than having not gotten this stuff.
Yeah. No.
All right.
Man.
I add oil of slipperiness to mine
Okay.
because I feel like I could use that like some sort of tanglefoot bag, but different.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. I would like that potion of greater healing. I'm gonna preemptive this. That way, I don't go down easy, and I can stay up longer.
That's smart.
I
Um,
vote to give him the other potion as well
Both
because
That
potions.
works for me.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna take.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and delete some of these messages so that we know what has been accounted for.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And then and the other potion.
And then do we want who wants a dust of disappearance?
I am the dust of disappearance. So
All right.
I'm
Do
okay.
you want both or just one?
Oh no. I'm sorry. I said I am the dust of disappearance.
I feel like
God, that is
it would be
true.
helpful for me, but I am also very clanky, so I don't think it would actually like solve in helping with stealth problems.
Dust of dis. Let's see. When you use
When
an
do
action
we
to throw
do-
this dust into the air, you and each creature and object in 10 feet becomes invisible for 2d4 minutes.
Ooh. If
That's pretty
nobody
cool.
else wants, I'll take both.
Yeah, go for it.
Only one
All right,
use.
out into my artificer thing. Maybe
Mhm.
I can duplicate it. I don't know.
That's a good question.
That's smart.
Then Allie and you're the two people who can like do spells in the traditional sense.
Well, it depends what the scrolls are, because if they're not in our... I don't think either of us can learn.
No. Spell scrolls. Well, yeah, you
Wizards.
won't be able to learn, but
But anybody, I think we can cast from them regardless what they are, so...
yeah.
Pemberley can
Wizards,
learn from
I
was
can,
gonna say.
if I have
yeah.
magical spells in ink, I can copy them in my spell book.
Oh, you're a wizard, that's right.
You
I forgot
are a
yours were short.
wizard.
Yeah.
Then yeah, Pemberley should have those.
Yep.
Well,
I will gladly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hell
no,
yeah.
take the 3 spell scrolls. The rest
Well-
of us are just dumb and don't know how to read.
It's true.
We'll
No,
figure
you can read.
we'll figure out whatever the hell they are later.
I just have an old lady's book. I can write in.
It's like grandma's cookbook. It's got that weird like flannel texture on the front. You know the cook.
Please, can my spell book be a Betty Crocker cookbook?
Oh please, yes, please make that canon. You guys know the cookbook I'm talking about.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like everybody's seen it.
hmm
It's bulging at the seams with things that have never been made.
Yes.
All right. All right. Well, what next? Should we move forward with our tale?
I think we can move forward to the library.
Okay.
Right.
Since that was Wild's whole thing.
Okay. Was there something in particular we're looking for?
Draconic.
Yes. I'm looking for a book that will allow me to learn Draconic, or at the very least, teach Cinnamon Draconic.
Sure. All right. Let's.
Hey, Brando.
Yo.
Let's follow them to the library. And then, like, can you cast Detect Magic? I want to find the magic books.
Fine.
They...
Brando will cast Detect Magic.
Bro, you already rolled on the loot table tonight. We're not doing that shit.
What's
Brando's eyes is like wide open, and he's just like, "I ain't seen it, boss."
No, I'm not actually trying to fuck with you, Chris.
Yeah.
But apart from actually just like, okay, lol, loot. Because like winning team. If there are any books in this library that we can find that are unique or have relevance to our various subject matters that we're involved in, and also dumb, like that we need to kind of comb this place. It's the refugees can sort themselves out for like the next 48 hours. We have time to kill. Let's try to not be dumb for just even the slightest half second.
I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh and just be mean. DM, make a librarian. Make a librarian.
Yeah.
Also,
let me talk to him.
that.
Let me talk to the librarian.
Librarians.
No, come on.
The
Let me talk to the librarian.
If there was a librarian, it's fucked off.
No. This librarian's special.
No. Okay. No. Listen.
They care very strongly about this.
I'm working. Look, I'm working on something better in my head right now.
I got you.
So here's the thing. We've talked about this. We've talked about books behind the screen. So I know what your long game is here.
Okay, yes, that is my long game. And
but there's other books.
But if I'm being perfectly honest, also short game 2.
I was like, there's no way in hell that this random Tierfang library has that shit. No way in hell.
No. And again, that's not why Zakar is here. Like when we're talking, okay, let me put it like this.
Yeah.
We're talking about a fucking Infernal Queen's library. There is gonna be some weird and arcane and fiendish fucking shit in here. Let's look at it.
Oh, we had very different ideas. I literally was just like, no, dude, there's a library.
Oh,
Like,
bruh,
I literally thought like there was a for open public use. No, I don't like have books or anything.
No, there's no way.
Not in Tierfang.
No.
No.
Gotcha, gotcha. Not in Tierfang.
We're going into the palace and
Gotcha.
going to the library. That's why I'm
Gotcha.
like, Brando, detect magic. Like, let's look and find, like, because even if we don't, like, even if there's nothing of like magic in here, we know that it was Talonspell's mom, who was the Queen of Tierfang, that managed to damage Alabar.
Mm-hmm.
Let's find her histories.
Aminosis.
Like,
yeah, if we could find her histories or like her journal.
Yeah,
I
she
don't
got
know
a
if
diary.
I don't know if she
So-
has that or anything, but
What is
like,
she like? I need to know.
So yes, Chris, this is me also long gaming the whole book magic item narrative. But also for just perfectly in the now moment of like, we need to try to not be just dumb for just the shortest amount of time even possible.
You need to know things.
We actually have access to knowledge that could help us. If it exists, we really should find it, and we have a day or two to kill.
Mm-hmm.
That's my whole thing.
All right.
Shut me down if need be.
No, it's fine. I mean, there's definitely going to be a stack of books somewhere in this castle. I think the way I should play this is twofold. One, you're looking for specific information. So you ask me a question, and I'll tell you if you can find an answer somewhere in this library.
Okay.
The other thing is, one of you is casting Detect Magic, which begs the question, is there a magic book in here? I don't know the answer to that, as the GM, who's never asked himself this question. However, the dice has a way of telling us very interesting things that we don't know yet.
Boy, does it.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
So I'll say, well, Brando, you're casting the spell.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say make an investigation check or an arcana check, whichever one's higher. And I'll let you do it with advantage.
All right.
Roll well on this, and we'll put a cool book in here. Roll a crit on this. We'll give you
a cool book.
A very interesting book.
22, not bad.
Oh, okay.
Was that supposed to have advantage?
Yes.
That is correct.
Mm-hmm.
I did not hear. My bad.
15 plus 7. Holy shit. Good roll. All right.
Brando finds it, but lets Zakar read it.
Let's see. The magical aura of this book gives me a little bit of 8th century necromancy, a little bit of 3rd century transmutation, and strangely a hint of lemon. Don't know what it does, but here you go.
That usually means there's invisible writing.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta do the lemon trick. We gotta hold it under a flame. But not like burn the pages.
Oh
Just
my
like
god.
Firebolt. Oops. No.
Firebolt.
I've just thought of the best idea for a D&D, like, god, if D&D was in the future, you know what would be absolutely the best show to watch? Antiques Roadshow.
Yes.
Could you fucking imagine D&D Antiques Roadshow? I low-key might take that. I low-key might take that. That's such a good idea. Come on around, we'll cast identify for you. And my grandmother said that this was of gnomish make, of he's a very well respected. Well, first off, ma'am, that's goblin, not gnomish. You can tell straight away. You see all the scratches? Goblin. Gnome would have planed that flat.
I'm gonna give you an idea on top of that, Matt.
Yeah.
Eventually, somewhere in D&D Antique Roadshow, you will have to do a crossover episode with D&D Storage Wars.
God. Yes. Oh man. All right.
Just like you have everyone lined up outside this cave that no one can see into.
Yeah. No, it's a wizard with a whole bunch of like space cubes or like those little cubes that get big and small.
Sure.
What is it? It's the portable fortress. That's it. You have a whole bunch of
wait, no.
Yeah.
Or better yet, you're just bidding on a bag of holding.
Yes, you're bidding on a bag of holding.
Anyway.
What's this bag of holding? Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
All right.
Did we give you enough time, DM?
I've been. Let's move on.
You've been.
Yeah. All right. So let's start with Zakar. Go ahead and ask me for knowledge you're looking for.
Knowledge of the conflict between Alabar and Queen Ammonosis
Mm-hmm.
is the most succinct way I think that I can put it.
Yeah.
That's the best way to put it.
Yeah, I think it would be easy enough to reiterate information you guys have actually gotten before from Aurelian, which is basically that Ammonosis had been through what you guys are going through now, which is dealing with this creature. And the exact arcane details of what she did to thwart him are not recorded. But whatever it was, it convinced him to leave. Almost as if she had done a grievous enough wound to him that he's like, okay, I'm gonna come back with, a bigger gun, basically. And whatever process that was to make that happen cost a lot of lives.
It cost Tierfang its entire fucking biome, if I remember correctly. Right?
It could be assumed that the desert only exists because this spell was cast.
Yeah.
And there was maybe a for the emperor level of sacrifice made in the cost of humanoid lives.
I like that. Warhammer 40K reference.
Hey, I speak in a language my players understand.
They're guardsmen.
Mm-hmm.
Tons and tons of guardsmen.
I'm trying to think if there is more I could give you.
Does it
that matches our current understanding.
Mm-hmm.
So then, to reiterate, Zakar would be looking through the sections of, the history novels that might help to fill in that point A to point B blank, if possible. Because if it's going to be recorded anywhere, it's probably going to be here, or in literal hell.
Okay, I got something for you. So when we'll do it this way. When Aurelian told you all this information the first time, I gave you guys a lot of nebulous information that had I kind of left it open for you guys to figure out. I'll go ahead and just close those loose ends for you.
Yes.
So, aminosis in the original text that you had written or had read from that Aurelian had read to you. She was referred to as like where she came from, kind of left up to people kind of wonder like where she came from in the first place. That part's not so important to the story, but she was described as a bright elf. In the text you're reading, it's pretty clear that meant Eladrin.
Huh.
I could also tell you Aminosis had a name that was not Aminosis at one point. She was once known as Redelia Thal. And it was also written that her birth was closely watched over by an entity that her people revered, which they only called the Ever-Burning. That was fucking Asmodeus.
Cool.
Gotcha.
And when she would eventually thwart Alabar and send him packing, he swore that he would take her home from her before returning to finish his genocide. Her home being the Feywild. But nobody understood that at the time.
Shit.
Well,
it's good to know.
That do it for you?
Yeah, that actually does a lot.
Brando.
Yep.
You do find a book on a shelf, tucked away in a corner, very dusty, as if it was put there to be forgotten. It is bound in brown leather and has some like kind of brass fittings, filigrees and stuff, as those fancy old books tended to have. And it has a thing. It has a decoration on the front that made of the same brass that looks like a hog's head with big horns. Something probably fiendish.
Huh. Interesting.
And it looks old. It looks. I mean, it's a magic item, so it's not in any danger of like rotting away with time or anything. But the pages in this have seen some shit.
Then I guess hold on to it for safekeeping.
Okay. You're just gonna tuck it away?
Like I could read it, but I guess I would need to see if I detect curse or something.
Got it. Identify.
Identify.
Okay. Identify as a ritual, yeah?
Yes, and I don't mind going through the 10-minute ritual.
Okay. Well, Zakar's going to be reading for an awfully long time, so if you want to go ahead and do that, you can.
All right. Looking at with ritual, making sure it's not cursed.
Yes. Identify spell.
You have another use of the identify spell.
Thanks, Brennan.
So good. All right. I'm going to send you a link, Todd.
Okay.
This is a breakdown of the thing that you found. Meanwhile, anybody else doing anything interesting? Zakar, you have any more questions you want to try and find answers to in this library?
Wild has a question.
Okay.
Where in this library can I find a book that lets me teach a dragon to read?
A book of languages.
Interesting.
A book of languages, if need be. I will also accept a well-known fairy tale in a different language.
Something in so it doesn't have to be draconic. It could just be any language.
I'd really like it to be draconic. That's what I'm going to look for. But if it's common, I won't say no. Or if it's dwarven, I won't say no. Or if it's orcish, I won't say no.
All right.
So I guess there's like a range. There's like a pretty big range.
All right. I will say it takes some work because it looks like such frivolous things as a child's story. Not the kind of thing you should find in the Empress's library, but you do manage to find something that you think might work. We'll say it's in Elvish.
It's a bill of sale in Elvish and what weird.
I would say it's a work of fiction.
Ooh.
But or maybe not. One of those stories where it's like it could be the story of a fairy queen, or it could be a non-fiction story about a fairy queen that nobody's met in eons. But yeah, we'll say
it's. You never know with them old tales.
Well, who could say? But yeah, it's definitely a one of those stories. Probably carried over from the Feywild at some point.
Nice.
Well, I am going to just burn that book.
What? Yours?
Wait,
we just look over and we just see him with a fucking lighter.
Yeah, I mean,
like Brando announces this to the room, and everyone's head just immediately lifts up. I was like, "Wait, what?"
So you read your way, I read mine.
So, I mean, you don't have to be. I mean, you know enough about magic items, Todd, that you couldn't just burn this book.
Oh,
they're stronger than that.
Well, I advise nobody read this book. I am glad I didn't just start reading it.
Why? What is it? Does it say bad words?
Book?
It's an evil book. It is a very evil book that will do bad things if we read it.
Goodbye, Dawn. Sorry.
Brando, what did you find precisely?
The Book of Vile Darkness.
Oh, I know what that is.
Okay, yeah. I don't know what that is, but
seasoned D&D players in the world just clenched.
Yeah, the less you know about it, the better.
Well,
let's bury this in the desert somewhere or something.
Hold on. If it's that bad, maybe we should lock it in a trunk and throw it into the ocean.
Yeah,
that works
too.
So
that other things are less likely to find it. Although there's tritons in the ocean. Hey, you know that giant hole that Grook keeps talking about? What if we throw it in the hole?
You did cast Identify.
If it leads to somewhere else and somebody reads the book.
You did cast Identify, Todd. So I am required to inform you of ways in which something like this can be destroyed.
Okay.
As per the DMG, if all evil in the multiverse is wiped out, the book turns to dust.
Okay.
Evil in the universe.
A creature attuned to the book for 100 years can unearth a phrase hidden in its original text, which when translated to Celestial and spoken aloud destroys both the speaker and the book in a blinding flash of radiance. However, as long as evil exists in the multiverse, the book will reform in 1d10 times 100 years later.
Damn.
If it is torn in half by a solar, that's a type of angel. The book is destroyed for 1d 100 years, after which point it forms in some dark corner of the universe. And pages can be torn out of it, but any vital information will find its way back in.
Interesting.
Seventh
I
level.
am
Yep,
down
that
for
fits.
just throwing it in a chest and putting it on the bottom of the ocean with a very
It-
clear "Do not read this book is evil" sign.
Yep. Bad book.
Would that make Alabar stronger, or we should throw it into him?
I mean, it probably would make him stronger.
Yeah, knowing that guy. All right, yeah, I guess we should throw it in the ocean or something. Man, I'm glad we came in here. Can you
So,
imagine this shit just being left?
yeah,
Yeah, if somebody had
Loose?
read this book, bad
She
things
was-
would have happened to him.
she was probably reading that to take lessons on evilness.
How to be evil.
There's
Or evil for dummies.
no for reals. In my campaign in college, we had a necromancer who was really bad at being evil. Like he wanted to be evil, but he never played the character that way. He kept helping everyone. So he got the book. There's like an actual book, the Book of Vile Darkness, with terrible deeds you can do, and he was studying it so he could learn how to be more evil.
You got the actual
Alright.
source book.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
a source book. There's also I forget what the
we had
good
the source
book is.
We had the source
Exalted
book.
Deeds.
Exalted Deeds is the good one.
Yeah.
Vile
Mhm.
Darkness is the bad one. Those were both like actual D&D source books back in 3rd edition.
Mhm.
Those good supplements.
Can I take a look for something?
Sure.
Wanted to see like if she had any intel on contacts and maybe information on concrete plan or concrete steps towards her ambition.
Mm.
We're looking for the Empress's Black Book.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh,
Hmm.
It's her little black book.
Yeah, I mean that may or may not be the kind of information that would even be in the library, but I'll say let's make an investigation check for that one.
I'll try. Maybe. 7.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Most of the stuff that's in here seems highly historical, and you find almost like the layer of dust you find on just about everything in here indicates that a lot of it probably wasn't of immediate use to the Empress at any point in time. But spending some time in the castle, you do occasionally are able to unearth. I'd hesitate to call it a journal or something, but you might come up with something she had written in her youth or many, many years ago. And even then, it's all it's narcissistic drivel. It's just her, going on about how she's obviously better than everybody she's ever met in her life. There's really nothing you didn't already know.
One note pony.
can I look for something?
Yes, please.
I want to see if she has any notes on Graves and or the Rod of Seven.
I'll make an investigation check.
It's a solid 11.
Similarly, got it, Todd.
I have not read it, but I'm continuing to read this thing, and I'm like, this book.
I'm just gonna
bad
put it back.
news.
Yep.
A blanket over the book.
Similarly, you don't find a lot of personal writings by the Empress. You do find something written down at some point. It appears to be like some missives between her and one of her servants. And there's mention in there of like specifically sending people out to find you guys came up in the conversation because it seemed like she had taken an or more that you guys had taken an interest in her, and that caught her attention. And then when she found out you guys were carrying the Rod of Seven, she was like, "Well, let him in. That's mine now." And I'm gonna say you don't find anything obviously written about graves in any of her texts.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Chris. You made me use my brain, or else I could have been a very bad Brando.
Hey. Oh, well, how great would that have been? Because we wouldn't have known, right? You would have just quietly been evil in the corner.
So am I correct in assuming you didn't tell anybody you found the book and you just put it back where it was?
No, I thought I mentioned that I found the book, but I just put it like I'm going to burn this book.
Yeah,
You told us to stay away from it.
I mean, I'm correct.
Then you realized you
yeah, I corrected you as far as like how possible that even is, but more to the point, like, do you want anybody else to know, or when you see this book, are you gonna be like fuck and just put the book back and try and forget you ever saw it?
I am just going to put the book back and forget I ever saw it.
Okay. With a deep breath, you put this tome, this greasy tome, back on the shelf, right where you found it,
and
you walk
slowly
away.
step away.
But like, never mind.
And if anybody goes near it, then Brando's going to point his gun at him, like, "Don't go near that."
What are you gonna do when we leave the library and like other people come in here and start looking for stuff?
I am not sure, but if it's dusty, and I only could find it with detect magic, so we'll worry about that later.
I mean, are we coming back later?
We don't have a later, Todd. We're leaving in a day and a half.
Yeah, I think if we're doing something with it, we should probably decide. How about we take it out to the middle of the sand and bury it somewhere?
Nope, that was my suggestion. Nope, we are just going to leave it there for now. Brando's going to think of a way later to get rid of that book, but right now it is too dangerous.
Do objects do objects have a home plane?
This one.
Could Top not just banish it?
I'm gonna ask everybody that's not Brando to stop weighing in on what to do with the book you don't know exists.
Yeah, just leaving the book there.
He told us to stay away from it. We know it's something about it existing.
Did he?
If anybody goes near it.
Oh no, I thought the first thing you said.
I want to be perfectly clear. Brando didn't say shit about this book.
Gotcha. The first thing he did was say, "Everybody stay away from this."
Okay, Brando just tiptoes away from it without anybody noticing.
All right,
and leaves the book where it is.
I'm asking Brando right now. Would he have told anyone that this book exists? Retroactively, understanding that you could not feasibly destroy it.
If Brando would think if he had said anything, then there would be a dying curiosity. But knowing that just being around the book is bad, so the less said, the better.
Okay, so nobody knows about the book.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Brando, did you find anything?
Nope.
Cool.
Man, there's not even one magic book in here. She's lame.
Wait, what?
I keep hearing.
This is just Brando. Brando's the only person hearing this.
Man.
Brando just keeps on walking away from the book.
I did actually have another question to investigate here, Chris.
Brando, Brando, you keep the pace. You walk away from the book, and you feel whatever hold it tried to take of you slips away.
Good.
All right, Zakara, what you got?
We found a lot of good information about ammonosis, but if anything, what he would then pursue is the more crunchy bits of like what was the ritual of ammonosis that pissed off Alabar so much that he ate the Feywild out of sheer retaliation.
Oh yeah, is there like a cool mural? Or painting or etching woodblock print.
I don't know that I don't think I'm gonna tell you more than I did.
Okay.
Where if it was, if it was the kind of thing that only Aminosis knew about, she didn't record how it was done.
Son of a bitch.
Or it got lost to time or something like that.
Don't you hate it when people don't take good notes?
Yes, I do. Which also means that there's only one entity that would know.
Is it the devil?
It's Asmodeus, yes, Wild.
Oh, okay. That's not good. I was hoping it wouldn't have been him.
He wasn't very open on answering questions.
Cyrus, why does Bahamut never have any answers for everything?
He's busy. He's got stuff going on. I mean, I also haven't asked him in a while. Maybe we could try asking him. What do you want to know? Anything at all about Alabar?
I want to know how we win, Cyrus.
I think the answer is we have to believe in ourselves. But I'll actually just pray and, ask Bahamut for realsies.
Meanwhile, kind of like offhandedly, in his part of the library, like probably most likely within earshot of Wild more than anyone else, you just hear Zakar like crumbling to himself, like we have fucking Bahamut, Asmodeus, and the Raven Queen, and not any of them can do shit about anything ever.
Telling you, man. Gods aren't real. They're a trick.
Hey, Bahamut. Is there anything you can tell us about how to fight Alabar? That'd be really rad.
Hey, Bahamut.
I rolled a 12 on a religion check.
Yeah, that's not great.
Yep, that's par for the course.
Only slightly better than your "Hey books, tell me things" roll.
Yep.
What do you want to say?
A quick aside, Chris.
Mhm.
Zakar is pilfering the historical novel of or recording of Aminosis that he found.
Okay.
Like
Tuck it
that's
away.
coming with him.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just saying. Oh, valiant Lord of the North Wind. Is there any information you could give us on how to fight this guy? How can we help you help us? Crickets?
Well,
I
good
mean,
talk.
Yeah, without casting a spell, I don't think I can promise you anything.
I was just praying.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Well, thanks. Love you, bye. He says he's busy.
That's understandable.
Your dragon's useless.
All dragons are lazy. Well, except for Dragonborn. They're industrious.
Don't you talk shit about Valley.
Yeah,
Who?
I mean,
I meant Cinnamon. Cinnamon doesn't do anything but eat bacon.
wait. Wild,
Yeah, okay,
we know a dragon.
Oh yeah, you're right. I mean, I did forget about Valley. I did just straight up forget about him.
Wait, did we have this plan already? Did we try to get Valley to raise Cinnamon? Or take
Yes,
Cinnamon
and he was
stuff?
very, very not interested.
What if
no.
what
He
if
was
we
like, fuck no. Especially not a red dragon.
what if
Yeah.
we decide to tell what if we tell Valley that we want to learn Draconic and then we could teach it to Cinnamon?
Isn't Valley dead?
No. No, Valley's not dead.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I had that in my head then. Probably just because I
Valley.
can't remember the grave color.
He
like,
had
AO roster.
he had a rough fight.
Yeah.
Certainly. But nope, he made it.
Valley will live.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, learn Draconic from Valley, since we have to find the fucking grave colors anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I just worry that some of the other dragons will bully Cinnamon if he doesn't know Draconic.
What are the dragons?
I don't know.
Valley.
What if they
Yeah.
What if they come over to visit Cinnamon, and Cinnamon can't say hello in Draconic? He can only say hello in Elvish, and then they call him names.
I mean, we killed a white dragon at one point.
You care about
And
the
then-
cinnamon a lot.
I mean, I'm not gonna
Wait,
lie.
did you not? Did you not tell her about Cinnamon?
There's a lot to fill her in on.
Hey, Pemberley, we have a pet red dragon in our basement.
It
He's
likes
just
to
a
hoard
little
money.
guy.
It also likes bacon.
He likes bacon.
He might
How-
be our bank system for Bifrost. We're still
Correction,
working out the kinks in that
He
plan.
might be your bank security.
Yes.
I was like, wait a minute. Oh, a baby running a bank system in a basement who likes bacon.
Yeah, a baby red dragon. Keep up.
No, I am keeping up. It's just what you're saying is fucking bullshit.
Yeah, let me tell you, when Vilmac hopped on it and was like, no, it will be my mount, I said the same thing.
Oh.
See, we're in agreement.
And anyway, so that's who Cinnamon is. And that's why I need to learn Draconic, so that he doesn't get bullied. Or if they do bully him, I will bully them back.
Mm-hmm.
See, well, you're very well. Cinnamon's really lucky to have you around.
Why? Thank you. Thank you.
No problem.
You could totally meet Cinnamon. By the way, we could sneak some bacon from him. He never realizes just how much bacon is around him.
I'm okay, but I'm tiny, so are you sure he won't eat me?
Oh, he's also similarly tiny.
Okay.
We'll get
okay,
you
that's good.
some fire-resistant clothing.
Yeah. You gotta, just have ice on hand, or maybe a ray of frost. You got Kona cold. You got Kona cold on your fingers.
Not that kind of wizard, buddy.
That's fair. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even know what those spells are.
Just a
Kinda-
thing I heard before a wizard
Nice.
shot me.
It's just some. Yeah, I just heard a wizard say, "Cone of cold." It was cold. It was
Snow
cold.
cone.
Cones of cold usually are pretty darn cold.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
Any more business in the tower? Information
so.
anybody wants to plumb for?
I mean, unless we want to go scavenging through Her Highness's personal, makeup cabinet.
Do you think this bra makes me look fat?
Okay, I think we're done.
All right.
I think we're done here.
Cool. All right.
Permanent adhering mustache. And Brando would stick it on Cyrus.
We
No.
done with
No.
we done with Tyrfing?
Wait, I can't actually see holding it. Oh no, I've got the cape. Yes, we're done with Tyrfing.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think we were done with Tyrfing in its
Okay.
entirety.
All right. You guys probably leave the next day or two, presumably.
Yep.
All right.
First caravan out.
We get our refugees in
Mhm.
order.
Yep. You got
And,
refugees. You got armies. You got friends.
Oh, there are two conversations that Zakar wants to have in the near future, somewhere in this time frame.
Mm-hmm.
But they are all NPC conversations. So,
Okay.
Because Zakar needs to have other words with Morig
Mm-hmm.
and other words with Raven Queen.
Okay. Can do.
You tell me when you want to get to that.
Okay. That's a good question. We might, I don't know, we're kind of running out of time tonight. Yeah, we'll talk about it in the interim, probably.
Okay.
Okay. So, with all your business in the desert concluded, the forces of Bifrost and Black Ram depart. 1 victory and 6 Warforged heavier than when they arrived. Well, I guess 5 Warforged heavier than you arrived.
I wave goodbye to the spires of Tierfang.
Mm-hmm. Actually, that brings up a good question. I know you said you were.
Oh, he's coming.
Oh, you're bringing him with.
Oh, he's coming.
Okay, right on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, not here.
The trip back home is very long. Your post-victory relief only does so much to stave off how exhausted you guys are after having made the journey and everything. You get a brief, uneventful stop in Fairbrook. A lot of the refugees that come with you get a taste of temperate climates for the first time, and it's there's a tangible relief that comes over them.
I forgot 2 other things.
Mm-hmm.
So apologies to everyone.
Mm.
Books of Sending.
Yeah.
Wrote a message to Arzan about one less empress in the world, and that there are refugees going to be coming to Bifrost.
Mm-hmm.
That, and I wasn't sure if Zakar was supposed to hear back from Aurelian yet, since we were talking about exchanging messages about Wilhelm with him like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, I don't. Have you? No, I think we're still sitting on. I think.
Aurelian's left. You want to
I think
read?
Aurelian's the last person that commented on that one.
I mean, I can type something in real quick.
Yeah. Yeah. Put down whatever it is you wanted to say. I guess Arzan should respond. You guys are going to be on the road for a while, so I guess Arzan probably has. Both of them probably have time to respond. All right. While he is doing that, you guys end up spending the better part of a week just trying to ferry troops across the Pleat, piece by piece, boat by boat. And then it's another week across the mainland to deliver the troops to whichever settlement you wish to send them to. How do you want to handle that? Or are you guys all traveling as one?
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking like a kind of a big caravan that would do like let me try freehand like literally. So like here's Deer Fang. We're gonna go. nah, and then nah. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I think what you're
if,
trying to say,
If that was Bifrost.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think what you're
Tearfang to
trying to say is
Bifrost,
go to
and then
Bifrost
Bifrost
first and then go to Black Ram. Okay, so
Yeah.
I know, like, before we had said that your troops, Wild, are Bifrost troops, so you're gonna drop them off there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. They're gonna be there. Wow, that's a substantial Warforged population now in Bifrost.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Bifrost, small town.
I'm really happy about that. Heck yeah.
All right. And you guys are sticking with the whole time, so you guys are gonna go to Bifrost first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Fan.
Okay.
And then once we rest at Bifrost, I'm not gonna lie, I was planning on like literally continuing the train until we drop them off, and then I assume we'll have enough time with the Baron, unless you feel they're safe. Don't know how you want to play it. You know.
Yeah.
I'll either continue the whole way, or however it goes.
Yeah. So you got the opportunity to be like, okay, we're here. You can stay here, or you can come to the next place. Talk about what that entails.
Yeah, a little bit further, and you get to manifest destiny some stuff.
Right.
Right here, it's a small city, or it's a small town, and you kind of have to, there's not a whole lot. We don't really have leases for all of this.
Right.
But if you want a real slice of land that's just like that, you just go a little bit farther, buddy.
All right, so I'm gonna move the clock forward.
It's true. Also finished writing to Aurelian.
Okay. And let's see. That's not what I wanted.
It's been one day.
Hang on. There, that's a time I like. Okay. All right. So you guys travel for a long time. About 2 weeks, almost 2 whole weeks. Over the Pleat on boats, and then overland very slowly and gradually through familiar plains and grasslands of the main continent until you reach Bifrost. And I will reiterate. Yeah, we'll come back to that. Never mind. Okay, so I'll reiterate because some of us have never been here.
Paint me a picture.
Yeah. It is. Is it really? I thought I. There we go. Now it's the correct day. All right. So it's on the last day. You're almost home, so you push through. As the sun's starting to come down, just barely starting to fall below the horizon as you walk into Bifrost for the first time. So the hamlet of Bifrost is made up of a loose collection of homes and one single small farm. But at the center of the whole thing is a well-worn but well-maintained roadside inn. Behind the inn, you can see there's a sheer cliff that just overlooks the lake of Oldman's Chalice, which I guess Pemberley is not something you would be familiar with, but there's something akin to Lake Superior, just a short walk behind this inn. From the outside of the inn, it seems like a surprisingly warm and inviting place, considering the isolated locale. Out front, a large stone statue of a jovial, muscular, shirtless man, raising a mug with one hand and cradling a keg under his other arm.
Mhm.
There are some strategic discolorations of the statue that would indicate that this individual is a Goliath. And an amber liquid pours out of the keg, filling a basin around the base of the statue. As you approach the door to the inn, because that's a thing I assume you guys are doing,
Have to go in.
you guys can tell, like, it seems like this is a good night. There's the sound of lively merriment can be heard within. And as you approach, there's a sign hanging right next to the door that simply states, "The Plank." And as you approach, the sign wobbles a little of its own accord, and a voice emerges from it and says, "Hey, hey! The old blood brought some new blood. I would have never guessed. It's not like that doesn't happen literally every time you leave the house.
Hi, Blank.
Hi, Plank.
Hi, Blank.
Blank.
You know, your mother and I were worried sick."
Aw.
Yeah, but Plank, you're never gonna believe it. We toppled a kingdom this time.
Mm-hmm. That is the word.
Whose mother?
Arzan.
Oh,
Don't you know the relationship yet? Gosh.
Do not tell him I said that.
Pemberley, this is the Plank. He's the Plank.
Oh, hello. Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Plank.
Nice of you to assume I'm a mister.
Oh, yeah,
Ah.
I'm sorry.
I'm just fucking with you. I'm a piece of wood.
Blank.
My apologies. Sorry.
Out of character, Plank's gender is magic.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Sweet,
Listen,
you gentle person, Plank.
I'm a building. What do you want from me?
Yep. So entering the room properly, upon stepping through the door for the first time, a cursory glance around the interior of the inn would reveal many people that you're familiar with and a few that you don't. All of them hooting, hollering, enjoying themselves loudly. It's a good night, clearly, in the tavern floor today. But the first person that would notice your entrance is Stacy, a statuesque Goliath woman leaning on a greatsword right next to the door. She also has one arm.
But sorry. Doesn't she
Okay.
have something right on the other arm?
She does have, okay. She has a robotic arm to replace it. Yes, that is true. She has a to call her robotic, I think would be a disservice. There's a metal, there's a metal limb where the flesh limb used to be. Anyway, upon seeing you guys through the door, she goes wide-eyed for a moment, and then she stamps her sword against the ground twice, really loudly. In the opposite direction, a barrel-chested white dragonborn bartender is standing behind the bar. He hears the sword hitting the ground, and he looks up at the noise, and he notices you, and he doesn't even say hi or wave or anything. But he does, very calmly, step up onto something to raise his height behind the bar, puts one foot on top of it, and he says, "Your attention, please." And the room gets quiet. He holds up a full mug of ale and says, "You are now in the presence of the 5 pints, Lords of Black Ram, vanquishers of the Empress Brecon talent spell herself, and liberators of Tyr Fang. So I ask you, patrons of the Plank, what does a hero's welcome sound like?" In unison, everybody in the tavern says, "Through toil and struggle, when tears would flood, seize honor and glory and virtue of blood." And they stomp the ground and rhythmically knock back their drinks.
Wow, news travels fast.
And after they have all caught their breath, the chamber becomes an assault of revelry. concentrated at the group of you.
I hide behind Wild.
Brando waves to everybody, and it's also fishes out. How many patrons are here?
Enough.
Fishes out as much gold or as it would take to pay for everybody's drinks. Drinks are on us.
Yeah, we're gonna buy around.
Yep. All right. I think this is a good place to stop.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
And then we join in the festivities
Yep.
and drink along with.
A good night will be had.
Our camera pulls out of a window
Mhm.
as the door shuts on the plank.
And a picturesque sun going down in the distance.
Mhm.
Over the beautiful lake. Ooh.
Good shit.
That's
Finally
no when we're
home.
on.
Yeah.
All right. Say goodnight to Twitch, Spark.
Good night, Twitch.
Good night, Twitch.
Hope you enjoyed our shenanigans.
Ah.